What's going on, guys? Alan here from Goals of Wall Street. Just a quick video. We'll be comparing the Goals of Wall Street's US30 Quatro Antidotes. So we'll be comparing this Quatro Antidote robot with the new Goals of Wall Street US30 Fractal Antidote. The Fractal Antidote is the new robot I've been telling you about. The only difference between these two robots is that the new Fractal Antidote has a take profit which is twice as big as twice bigger than the Quatro Antidote. That's the biggest difference. And then the Quatro Antidote only takes buys. The Fractal Antidote takes both sales and buy orders. So that's the biggest difference. So we'll be doing a review video of the backtest. So we'll start with the Quatro Antidotes. The backtest is starting in 2019 January, ending July 2021. So we'll be ending till date. As you can see, the date here, it's on the 25th July. So that's when the backtest will be ending. The week which just ended, that's why the backtest will be ending. So the backtest has started. I already did the backtest on the Quatro Antidote in my previous videos. So if you want the full updates, the full backtest and review of the Quatro Antidote, you can check it out on the other YouTube videos where we did a full review. This one is just a comparison. It's a quick comparison between the current robot, which is the Quatro Antidote, and the new Fractal Antidote. Okay, so the profits, as you can see, lot size of 1, we are making 7.9. Lot size of 1, we are making $7.9 per trade. Okay, so the backtest is running. So we'll be comparing the final results, the final profits. When both backtests are done, we'll compare the final results, the net profits from 2019 to 2021. So that's what we'll be comparing. So as you may already know from the previous backtest, is that the Quatro Antidote had no loss. So the backtest started with $2,000. So both backtests will start with the same initial balance, which is $2,000. All the settings will be the same. The lot size will still be 1, and the initial balance will be 2,000. And then we'll compare the final results. The final net profits between this guy, the Quatro Antidotes, which hasn't taken a loss as yet, or the other guy, which has got take profits 2 times bigger than this one, but has got some losses. So want to compare the final results. As you will see, the Quatro, the Fractal Antidotes, the new robot, has had 3 losses from 2019 till date, but the Quatro Antidote, this one, no loss. But then what want to analyze, what's important, is the final amounts of the net profits. So the stop loss for this guy, the stop loss for the Quatro Antidote, is the same as the stop loss for the Fractal Antidotes. So everything is the same. The only difference is, so that's the progress there. The only difference is that the new robot has got take profits, which is twice as big as compared to the current robots. That's the main difference. So the Quatro Antidote, the robot you guys are using right now, it hasn't had a loss before. From 2019, we don't know when the loss will happen. No one knows. If people knew when the loss would happen, no one could have been taking losses. No one could have been taking losses. So that's a risk we take as traders. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. We don't know what will happen next week. The loss can be tomorrow or the other day. We don't know what the markets will do, and that's a risk we take. That's why we use good risk management. Okay, so the backtest is done. The backtest is done, as you can see. The backtest for the Quatro Antidotes, the current robot you guys are using, it's done. Let's just see the trades. Green on black. Let's just see the trades. Okay, so that was last week. Okay, so those are the trades. You can see the drawdowns. Okay, so there are drawdowns like that, drawdowns like that. Others take 4 days, others 2 days. Most trades are instant though. Most trades are instant, but we'll have some drawdowns. We have big drawdowns, as you can see. Okay, so it started there. December 31st, it goes back a few days. That's where it started, December 31st, 2018, almost January 2019. Okay, so that's the graph, guys. That's the graph. The robot you are using has had no loss before. 620 trades, 4,744. That's the net profit, 4,744. Master that number, guys, because we'll be comparing that number with the new robot's total net profits. So 620 trades, initial balance was 2,000, and then the total net profits for this guy is 4,744. As you can see, the balance line, no loss, no loss, no loss. So let's check the reports once more, master those figures, the graph there, results. So now let's get the Fractal Antidote. Oh, I've made a mistake. That's not the Fractal Antidote. That's not the Fractal Antidote. Okay, that's not the Fractal Antidote. Goes for WallStreet Fractal Antidote 10.0. Okay, so now that's a Fractal Antidote. We can start the backtest now. Okay, this is the second backtest. As you can see, we are making 17.9, and that's the loss we had there. That's the loss we had there. That's the loss we had. That's the loss we had. So the benefits of this guy is that the recovery rate will be twice as fast compared to the current robots. So a big loss there, but the recovery rates, since take profit is 2 times bigger. take profit is 2 times bigger than the current robots take profits. So when we have a loss, the recovery rate will be fast. The recovery rate will be faster. So that's a graph there. That's a graph there. So in algo trading or any other professional trading, we are winning long term. We are not winning short term. That's why I encourage people to subscribe for 3 months or 2 months, and like subscribing for 1 month. Because if you subscribe for 1 month and we don't know when the loss will come, the loss might come on the day you are starting to trade, and you've only subscribed for a month. So we win long term in trading. We don't win short term. Our goals are long term, not short term goals. So people must understand that. People must understand that. That's why even in the pricing, when you analyze the prices for 3 months, we favor the ones for 3 months are cheaper. The prices for 3 months are cheaper than the monthly and the 2 months, because people want to encourage people to go for 3 month subscription, because we win long term in trading, not short term. So that's the second loss there. That's the second loss there. The initial balance was 2,000. The initial balance was 2,000. So the backtest is running. So for this new robot, the Fractal Antidotes, for the Fractal Antidotes, you're making more money, but then there are losses along the way. So you're making more money, but there are losses along the way. And then at the end of this backtest, want to compare the final results for this one and the first backtest we did for the current robot you're using. That's the third loss there. That's the third loss there. That's the progress there. So with this robot, you are making more money, but then there are losses along the way. There are losses along the way, and we don't know when the fourth loss will come. No one knows when the fourth loss will come. We don't know when the fourth loss will come. So this one has had 3 losses only from 2019 till date, till July 2021. This one has only had 3 losses. We've only had 3 losses with this guy. We've only had 3 losses. We don't know when the next loss will come. Even I, as a developer, I don't know when. I don't know what the market might do tomorrow. I don't know what the market might do tomorrow. We don't know when, but that's the risk we take as traders. That's why we have to use proper risk management so that we live to fight another day. When stop losses hit, we have to live to fight another day. We don't have to be using huge volumes. We don't have to be using huge volumes to trade. We have to use proper risk management. So as you can see, they are spaced. The losses are spaced. Okay, the backtest is done. That's the graph. That's the graph there, almost from 2k to 9k. Okay, so total net profits 6,792, almost 2,000 $5 more than the Quatro Antidote. So this guy had 3 losses, but then it made more money in this period of the backtest. As you can see, even the trades are less, 572 trades. The other one had 620 trades. So because of the bigger take profits, the Fractal Antidote, even though we had losses, 3 losses, this guy made more money in this time period. We made more money using the Fractal Antidote. Okay, that's a graph, that's a report. 6,792. That one made 4,744. So guys, you want to make more money but there are losses along the way, or you want to make less money and few losses along the way. That's a choice you have to choose. It's a tough one. This guy had 3 losses but made more money, or the other guy never had a loss. And made less money. The choice is yours as traders. So these are the trades. Okay, there will be drawdowns like that. Let me just remove the grid, and we show some period separators to show days. Okay, so we have drawdowns like that. Even the other 2 robots, especially the NAS 100, had drawdowns like that, whereby we go for many days, like 2 weeks, but most days take profit will be instant. On many days, take profit will be instant. That's a loss we had there. We have drawdowns like that, but on most trades, as you can see, okay, there will be bad weeks like that. Okay, so this is that was the first loss we had, January 3rd, 2019. So that's a comparison between the Fractal Antidote, the new robot, and the current Quatro Antidote. That's a graph there. This guy had 3 losses from 2019 to date, but made more money. And this guy has got 3 settings, same robot, but before I encrypt, I have to specify which variation to code. There's this one, the second variation, 3 losses as well, but the distribution of the losses is different. And then this is a third variation. As you can see, 3 losses, but the distribution of the losses is different. So we win long term because we don't know how the distribution of the losses will be. The only thing we know is that long term we'll win. will win, but we don't know the distribution of the losses. That's a risk we take as traders. As you can see in the other variation, the losses were almost consecutive. Okay, so we don't know how the losses will be distributed. Okay, so 6,792, that was the total net profit for this one. $2,000 more than the Quatro Antidotes, even though it had 3 losses. Because of the bigger take profits, that's the benefit of having a bigger take profit. So the video ends here. Thank you.